What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and I've seen a lot of other content creators putting together their guides for a new player in the year 2024, so I figured, why not? Let me take a stab at it, especially since we have not heard anything from CG in over a month. So, let's talk about it. Alright, so this video is going to be for a new player coming to the game fresh, starting this game out. Not us who have been, playing this game for a while, maybe a little jaded, maybe we have our rosters figured out and everything else. But this is for those just starting out, and it's going to be kind of like not so much a quick overhaul, but a quicker overhaul. There are other content creators who have guides, and I recommend that you guys go watch them. In fact, that's one of the first things I'm going to recommend a new player to do, because obviously if you're just trying this game out and you like it and you want to delve more into it, so you want to reach out to the community to find out all you can about it. And what better way than to familiarize yourself with some of the content creators out in this game. I'm going to list a few of them so you guys can check out their channels. Obviously, there's Swag. He's one of the top creators right now. CJ's out there. Arctic Gaming. Veiled Shot. We also have Teacher. He's also phenomenally well. Quantum puts out some phenomenal infographics on characters as well as videos. There's a ton of people, and I could go on and on and on. Obviously, there are going to be a lot of these videos out there, and I thank you for watching this one. But let's get into exactly where to start. Now, I'm going to be breaking this up, and obviously I'm going to touch on all the subjects, but I'm not going to do a deep dive into everything. There are specific videos out there, such as glyphs, the whole glyph system, what best glyphs to use on which people. There's specific videos for that. Things like that, I'm going to leave for those other videos, but we're just going to scratch the surface. This way you have a familiarity of everything that is game-related. So, let's say you've already been playing this game, so maybe about 2 weeks or so like that. You're level 30. The first major thing you want to do is get into a guild. Yes, I know characters are the main thing, but we're going to touch on that in a few, because there are some recommendations I will have, and I want to kind of put that near the end of the video. But I want to scratch on all these subjects first. The first thing you want to do is find yourself a good guild to join. This game, yes, it's all about your roster and everything else, but it's also about teamwork, especially resource management in your department. But to progress farther in the game, because most of the content we have right now is the raid content, the Mines of Moria, so you want to have a good raid team behind you to help you, and you help them progress further in that raid. Now, obviously, in the game itself, I made a new character. Let me bring it up here. I made a new account. Where is it? Right here. Today, it's a baby count. I'm also going to make a new one right around the anniversary. You see how far this is. Now, I can't unlock guilds right now. I'm only level 3. It was just so I can show some things in the beginning screen. But once you're level 30, you can jump into the guilds and search yourself out a guild. That is not actually the optimal way of doing things. And, of course, the calendar would pop. Let's go into here. Guilds. Come on now. All right, now once you're in here, obviously I'm already a member of Narsa, which is part of the STZ cluster. So, say we're going to look for a guild, you would hit search, and it's going to bring up basically things around your collection power, other guilds, other ratings. That's really not the best way to search things out. What I would recommend is, yes, checking the Reddit, but go to the official and unofficial Discords. They're going to be your best bet. Now, I'm on the official Discord right now, and there's a section here, Guild Recruiting, and you'll be able to go through all these and see which each guild is about and find one that best suits you. I don't know if you want to be a hardcore player, if you're going to be a dolphin, if you're going to do light spending, if you want to be a free-to-play. If you're just going to pick this game up every now and then, you'll be able to find a guild that is best for you. Also, on the unofficial guild, unofficial Discord, there's also the same thing as well. Now, once you are in a good guild, you're going to be doing your campaigns, your guild campaigns, where you'll be able to loan characters out and everything else. But the guilds, we're going to mainly focus around the raids. But let's talk about, now that you are in the guild, you have your first graspings of the game, what you need to do. What you need to do every single day, because this is a resource management game, is you need to hit every single one of these daily objectives, because that's going to give you not only XP, but additional energy to spend to collect your characters, to do your farming for gear, XP, your ability mats. Everything you need revolves around energy, and the more energy you can get, the better you can progress your own account and your own roster. And you're also going to find this as your source of gems. You're going to be able to get 100 gems a day just for completing all of these objectives throughout the day. And also, you want to, again, you saw the calendar pop up. You're going to be getting things through the calendar every day as well. Like on day 30, you're going to get the 100 gems. I think there was another 100 gems on day 14. So you're going to be able to get things passively through that as well. Now, once you get into the arena, that's going to be another source of gems for you. Currently, right now, I'm sitting in Silver 1. Silver 2 and Silver 1 is really kind of where you want to be. I mean, obviously, if you could progress farther, then shoot for the moon, go as far as you can. You will eventually hit that paywall where people who are spending are going to be out, maneuvering you. But as long as you can get to Silver 2, you'll be able to get additional 50 gems per day for payouts. That's 150 gems, which you are going to want to use for your energy refreshes. Also, you are going to want to log in at least 3 times a day around the free energy pop. This way you can get your free energy through that as well. Now, I haven't seen a lot of people mention this in their videos, but you also want to go to the web store as well every day. And let me just bring this up here. As you can see here, every day you're going to be able to get a free chest from the web store. And that's going to give you not only gear, but XP, which you're going to need, because eventually it will become a bottleneck. Every resource in here in the game will pretty much become a bottleneck for you at some point in the game. You're going to get character shards as well. Now, you're going to be able to get that every 8 hours from the website, so you can log in once a day, twice a day, however fits your busy schedule. Now, you also want to be here to collect this one every day, because this is going to be your free shards, a 5, for the Brute. Now, the Brute is a very good shadow character. It's a large character, very good for PvP in the arena, especially when just starting off. But the nice thing about this is you can passively farm him every day from the web store without having to spend the energy on his node in the game. So that's a nice little tip right there I wanted to give you guys. Because remember, you also want to claim this chest every single day, every 4 hours, if you can. I usually get mine whenever I'm logging in. I'm logging in each day, each time around the energy pop to get my energy to refreshes, to get my farming done. So we're going to claim this as well. And the one you get in the game is great too, because not only are you getting character shards and XP, everything else you get associated with this, gold as well, you're also getting glyphs, which we will talk about in a little bit. But these are your passive ways of getting additional shards for your collecting in the game. Now, the bottlenecks I spoke of, obviously, is going to be gold. It's going to be XP. Let's just bring up a roster here and show you everything I need here. Let's bring up Eladin. He's the first one on there. Now, as soon as this loads, as you see, each ability that you upgrade in this game is going to be taking mats from your inventory to apply to it. So I got these up at 4. And as you can see, these first 2 are not so much a bottleneck later on in the game, but this is your, what's this one called? The Epic, right? I'm pretty sure it's Epic. Rare, sorry, Rare. Epic's the green one. But these are your rare ability mats that you're going to need to unlock anything past level 3. You're going to start using them up. And as you can see, they get more and more exponentially cost more. So to bring a skill from level 4, it's going to be around 120. It's going to go up on each one. So your basics going to cost less than your special 1. So this is a 110. Your special 1, your basics 110. Your special 1 is going to be 120. Further up as you go along. Now going from 5 to 6, as you can see, it jumps up huge. 220 just to bring that up. Now, as you can see, you can farm these mats, and it just takes a long time. You get them through the guild campaign, and the most you'll be able to get is through the last chapter of the guild campaign, 5. Currently, right now, as this video is going live. So every energy I spend on this, every 10, I can get a chance of getting at least 3 per energy spent, and of 3 of this one. But this is what we're looking for. So yes, when I do my farming, I'm doing these in spots of 40. It's just how I do it. Don't worry about me. As you see, I got 6. So it's a very slow grind to get these ability mats up so you can level your characters. So that's going to be one of your big bottlenecks. XP is going to be a massive bottleneck because, as you can see, I'm going to bring up 2 characters here. Let's see. Let's pick up Gimli. All right. So he's level 51. As you are leveling your characters, the XP amount just starts staggering high. As you can see, to bring him up to level 52, it's not that much. It's 27,000. But if I want to bring him all the way up to 60, I need, from level 51, 261,000 XP. And I'm also going to need a little over 250,000 gold to bring him up to that level as well. Now, you're going to get a lot of XP in the beginning of the game, and you might want to spend it on a lot of different characters to bring them up, but what you really want to do is you want to kind of lock in, especially if you're a free-to-play player, lock in on specific characters that you're going to use mostly throughout the game, including the raids. This way you can maximize your resource management. So, you're going to find you're going to get a lot of XP as well from the raids, not only from the guild chest, but also in your personal track as well. I'll bring up the raids real quick. Currently, right now, we are on Chapter 1. The guild I'm in, we are securing chest number 5 by the end of the raid. But let's bring up the personal track. But as you can see, these are your chests that your guild can get. You know, chest 1 is going to get a few things here. You're not going to get any XP until, I believe, chest 5. Once you get chest 5, you're going to notice you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck. You know, for your character. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. It's late at night. Long day at work today. But this extra 50,000 gold every raid does help. But that's not going to be your only source of XP. As you can see on your personal track, no matter what you score, I only ran 1 team so far at a 900k, and as you can see, just about every other one is XP. So the raids are going to be a massive farm for your XP to raise your characters. So let's go on to some of the characters that we want to go through here. Now, when you're first starting off in the game, you are going to get Frodo right from the start. You're going to get Strider right from the beginning. I'm going to bring up that baby account real quick. And as you can see, the first 3 characters, when you're just opening the game, right? You're just playing this game, these are the 3 you're going to get free. They're going to give them to you, and it's going to be great. As you keep moving forward, you're going to be unlocking new characters, better characters, ones that you're going to want to hold on to and start leveling up right away as soon as you unlock their nodes. Quests are also a massive thing you are going to want to complete. Currently, right now, in my main account, I've cleared all the quests. Hopefully, with an update, we will get more quests down the line. But right now, there are no more quests. But this is going to be a massive thing for you to get gold, to get XP, to get ability materials, to get gear, to level up your gear tiers for your characters, which is accepted on that one. And this is going to, as you play the game, you're going to be unlocking more and more of these as you go. And you're going to find out it's really going to come in clutch sometimes when you're hurting for a resource. So let's go here. Let's go. Sorry, I'm doing this kind of, I have an outline. I don't have a script, so we're just freebasing this right now. I'm going to try and not make this so long, this video. But as you see, you're gonna start progressing through the light campaign. You're gonna start opening up the guild campaign. And I want to just touch on the characters that you're gonna want to start off with. On your light side, right? You are going to, let's bring up all light characters here. Okay. I told you got Frodo right off the bat. Strider, you're not going to have to worry about farming. As long as you secure your daily objectives every single day, you're going to earn him passively. Just like the Brute, how you go to the web store, you're going to get those shards every day. As long as you click that, you're going to get Strider passively all the way to star level 7. You're going to be getting 5 shards of him every day. And also in those quests, you're going to be getting additional shards from him as well. So on the light side, you're definitely going to want to keep Strider in your group just as you progress further. You want Lady Éowyn, you want to unlock her node, you want to bring her up all the way up to level 7. Sorry, not level 7. Star level 7 as you grind the shards. You want to get basically the Rohan 3, this Éomer, that's going to be, where is he? He's around here somewhere. That's Rumiel, sorry. There he is, Eothane. These 3 are going to help you tremendously on your light campaign. They are going to get you through most everything that you need to get done. So Eothane, Lady Éowyn, Strider, Éomer, and as you get into your guild campaign, there's characters you want to farm there as well. Let's go to the first chapter. The first chapter, you're going to see a lot of characters here which are fantastic farms. Now, yes, Pippin is a great character, but what I want to do is show you guys how you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Obviously, progress through here and unlock the second chapter of this. We're going to come back to Ironhide. You're going to want him definitely as one of your first farms, but let's go to chapter 2. I believe it's 2-1. Yeah, right here. 2-1 is Naramiri. Now, she is an elf. She's on the guild campaign, which means the guild campaign is fantastic for farming. You never have to run out of energy. Sorry. Well, you never have to refresh the node. So if you don't know what that means, refreshing a node, let's go to the hard campaign. I'll just pull up Eladin and Arwen. These are characters you're definitely going to want to farm as soon as you unlock their nodes. They are further in the chapters. I believe they are chapter 5. One's on the light side, one is in the shadow side. I believe Eladin's on the light campaign and Arwen is on the shadow campaign. They are a bit harder farms. So these are hard node farms, which you're going to see on the light and the shadow campaigns, hard nodes, which means you get 5 attempts a day before refreshing. Now, when you're starting off, I would probably not recommend spending shards to refresh the nodes. I'm going to spend my 80 here. And as you can see, the node is spent. If I want to farm any more from him, I have to pay 25 gems to refresh this to get another 5 attempts. What I would rather do for you guys is take your gems. When you run out of energy, you can do 3 refreshes a day for 150 gems. If you are not in that silver 2 where you're getting that additional gem income, to keep you at a, I would say level playing field of gems where you don't have to go out and purchase gems, because once your gem income goes away via the quest, via doing all your nodes, because you only get, when you first do a node, you'll get a gem as a reward as well. I would spend at least 2 refreshes, which means using all this energy. Here, I'll show you what I mean here. Let's, this might be a little longer video. depending on how how my game wants to react here. So we're going to use all my energy here. We're going to get Arwen. Already got 6 there. That's good. So as you can see, I have 5 out of 20. Yeah, I still have more characters I need to do for my farming today, right? What I do is I do 10 characters, and then I do the rest for gear and everything else. So Lady Éowyn, we know she's a hard farm, so I need more energy, but I don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh my energy output. Oh, I already farmed her today. Let's pick someone else. I might have to edit this part out, unless you guys find it humorous. It's fine. Let's go to Balin. Lord Balin, I did not farm him today. So, I know I'm jumping all around. I'm not your average CC. I'm a little bit, going all over the map here. All right, so I need 60 energy. I don't have it. I'm going to pay 50 gems for a refresh. So do 2 of these refreshes a day. That's going to spend 100 gems. That's going to be the income that you get from your daily objectives. If you get that silver 2 and that 50 additional gem payout, then you could do a 3rd refresh. If you don't plan on buying gems, if you're a completely free-to-play player, that's what you're going to want to do. Since I bought it, I just might as well spend it. Woo, 6. All right. Let's get back to the characters that you want. So your light side characters in the beginning you're looking at is the Rohan 3, Lady Éowyn, Éomer, Éothane. You're going to get Strider passively, and you want to bring up Naramiri, because Naramiri is an elf, and she is a fantastic healer. Now, the reason I say you want her as an elf is there are 2 legendary characters in the game right now. Let's see. I don't know if I can do it by legendary. Let's find out. Leader. Nope, they do not have a legendary status. So the 2 legendary characters... No, that's cool. Go back. Okay. The 2 legendary characters is Lord Elrond of the Elves. Now, these are recurring events. These come around every 3 to 4 months, so you will be able to farm up the necessary team to unlock them. Now, they take specific requirements. So, Lord Elrond needs a full elf party, 5 elves of your choosing. They have to be at least star level 5 to unlock him, and he will be a free unlock for that. And obviously, if you have 6-star elves, you'll be able to unlock them at a 6-star. 7, you'll be able to unlock them at a 7-star. So, the elves I recommend you farming for him when you unlock their nodes is definitely Eladin and Arwen. Like I said, those are going to be a higher end node for you to farm. If you can unlock him, that's fantastic. Rumiel is another fantastic character that I recommend farming. However, you cannot farm him currently right now as this video is going live. Legolas is a phenomenal character. You're going to want him as soon as you can unlock him in the arena store. So let's go to the arena store. And this is another one that you're not going to spend energy on. You're going to be getting currency every day from being in the arena. The arena, I believe, unlocks at level 25. And as you climb your way up, hopefully you get up to that silver 2. You'll be able to get guild income every day at payout at the same time you get your gems. Now, first characters, see, Éomer is also in here. So you're going to want to unlock Éomer. But if you have the additional currency, you want to go with Legolas as well. Now, if you don't want to go the Legolas route, that's fine. There are plenty of other elves that you can farm. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. The other elf that is one of the top characters in the game is Errol here. He is a guild node. So again, just like Naramiri, you can farm him up as well. But any combination of elves, any 5 elves at 5 stars, you will be able to unlock the legendary character of Lord Elrond, who is an absolute game changer for your account. You will notice improved scores and rating. You will notice an improved disposition in arena. You're going to notice him a lot. It's very big. Now, the other one is Thorin. He was just introduced. Now, you would think that because he's a dwarf, you would need dwarfs to unlock him. That is not the case. The case is you need goblins to unlock him. And I'm actually going to recommend that you guys farm goblins along the way as well. because not only does they unlock Thorn Oakenshield, but they are a fantastic raid team to get you through chapters 1, 2, and 3. So we talked about our first characters that we want to get, right? The Rohan 3, Strider, and Aramiri. You may be asking, well, I'm going to be undoing the Shadow campaign. Who should I farm for the Shadow campaign? Well, on the guild track, we're going to go right to chapter 1 again. The first node is Uglok. He's the leader of Isengard. He is a fantastic tank. I would farm him up. Once you get, I would say with these characters, right, get them to 3-star so you can really start using them in the campaign, and then bounce back and forth. So get him at 3-star. The next one you want is Ironhide, which he will unlock at 3 stars. So you will have to farm him up completely at 3 stars to unlock him. The other characters for the Shadow side, there are other possibilities. You can go with the Isengard 3, which is Uglok, Malhur, and Dunhar. That'll give you a healer, a DPS, your tank. Ironhide will be your massive DPS. He's still used. He's still meta right now for the raids. He's used tremendously well in Arena. He's just an all-around great character. And since you're going to passively be farming Gruhar the Brute, you'll be able to use him. Now, you can't use Ironhide and Gruhar on the same team. They're both large characters. You can only use one large character per team. So it's going to be either or with those two. But other than that, I would pick any other Shadow character that you like that's going to help you progress further. Alright, so we got our initial teams, right? We got our initial Shadow teams. We got our initial light side team. That's going to help us progress further in the campaign to unlock the more desirable characters that we need to progress further in the campaign, not only the campaign, but the raids as well. Because once you get into the raids, that's where you're going to make your money. That's where you're going to get a lot of your resources, your XP, your gold, everything you want is going to be coming out of the raids. You're going to want to go tall. In other words, like I said, you want to laser focus on some of these teams and go from there. If you go too wide, you're not going to progress as fast or as far in the beginning. Yes, there is a multi-squad PvP coming eventually this year. We don't know when it is, and that's when you're going to be able to use a lot more of your roster. But currently, right now, you need to stay, especially if you're free to play, laser focused on some of these characters. The Rohan 3, Strider, Ironhide make a fantastic team for the raids. The Elves, Rivendell Elves, especially if you have Elrond, is the S tier all the way for the raids. But for the raids, what I'm actually going to recommend is looking at the raids individually, each chapter, and going with not full together teams, because obviously you can go with, Isengard. You can go with Road to Rivendell, which is Strider and the Hobbits. You can go Isengard. You can go all these teams that are, cohesive together, but you would think that because of the cohesiveness, the way they work with each other, they would do very well in the raids. Most of the times, some of them do. Other times, they don't. I would suggest an actual mixture of all these characters. Don't look at teams through a microscope like if you came from Marvel Strike Force or Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Look at each chapter as it unfolds as what you need to get a higher score. So, in chapter 1, the object is to stay alive, do some damage, but basically hit the bomber so the bomber kills the bad guys. So, you need a tank, you need a healer, and you need some DPS. You basically need sustain for that chapter. Obviously, the more damage you can do, the faster the bombs will kill your enemies. On chapter 2, what you need is it's a DPS race. So you do need heavy DPS. You do also need a little bit of sustain. Bane control also as well. So obviously, you guys know if you come from another game, there's buffs, there's debuffs. In this game, they are called boons, and the debuffs are called banes. In other words, green is good, red is bad. So you want a character that's going to remove those banes off you. But basically, it's a DPS race in chapter 2. But you don't just want raw damage. You want characters in this one that are going to do specific banes to the troll, to the main target. You want bleed, you want burns, you want poison. So as long as you have characters on each team that can do some of this, you're set. Because that is actually going to take the troll down faster than the DPS that you can pump out. If you can get a bunch of bleeds or a bunch of poisons or burns on him, then he's going to melt away to that top of stage, and then you just unleash all of your DPS on him so you get that high score. Chapter 3, you want to build your teams around sustain and bane removal. So the object of 3 is they're going to be marking a character and then throwing capture stacks on it. And it doesn't matter how much health or how much of a frontal assault your character can withstand, how tanky he is. As soon as you hit 10 stacks, that character's dead. Period. The end. So what you want is you want to have tanks who can taunt and provoke. You want to have healing. And especially bane removal. Naramiri is fantastic in this. Lord Balin, as soon as you guys unlock Lord Balin's node, farm him. He is going to be a phenomenal character for you guys in the raids. And he's going to come in clutch. Not only does he heal with regeneration, I like full-on healing. Regeneration is good too, but the amount of banes that this man removes is phenomenal. He is super great in Chapter 3 and as well in Chapter 4. So, obviously, if you have 2 tanks on a team, you can bounce provokes back and forth. That works out really well. And you can also cheese this by using glyphs. Now, I know we haven't talked about glyphs right now, but there is a cheese effect that if you use Ironhide, and he does output massive amounts of damage because he is an AoE beast. You could probably do the same thing on Gruhar the Brute. You put 3 Bloodlust sets on him, which is going to be every time he kills someone, he's going to get 90% turn meter. So basically, he's just going to keep going and going and going, using these AoEs, killing that team, and basically pinpointing using his basic to kill off specific ones so that he can just keep going and just rack that score up. So as long as you have, I say, those 2 characters right there, those are 2 teams you really don't have to worry about. Chapter 4 is a beast. Now, obviously, you're going to want to watch videos on specifically these raid chapters and how to progress. We're just scratching the surface here. But when you're building your raid teams, like I said, build around what that chapter is doing for you. This chapter is all about DPS and bane manipulation. Now, he's got 3 phases. He's going to blind you. He's going to burn you. So the more banes that you can remove, that's going to add to your score. And the object is to get him to 0 life before he changes into one of the phases once he gets a stack of 20 of that specific bane. In other words, if he puts burn on you, every time you take burn damage, he gets a stack on him. If he gets 20 stacks, he's going to go into his flame mode. When he blinds you, he's going to, as soon as he blinds a character, he's going to give himself 3 stacks. If your character tries to attack him while he's blind, he's going to get another 3 stacks. Once that gets to 20, he's going to go to a shadow phase. And trust me, you do not want to go to the shadow phase. Someone is always going to die in the shadow phase, because at the end of the shadow phase, he just outright kills someone for 900, I think it's like 9,999,999 damage. So that's what we talked about the raids. Glyphs. Glyphs are a great thing to help your character out. You're going to, basically, without glyphs, say, we have Robel here, right? Haradrim, also another fantastic team. They work great together, but Robel and Wabute from them work fantastic as plug-and-play characters. Now, with these runes, now this is also going to be a huge gold sink, because when you are leveling these characters up, as you can see, when I said bottleneck on gold, to promote her to 7 stars, it's 500,000 gold. To level a character, from 0 to 60, I think is somewhere like around 600,000 gold. So you're going to want to hold on to the gold. Leveling these glyphs is going to cost you gold. Now, obviously, again, you're going to want to watch glyph-specific videos on what you should put on characters, what you should be using, everything like that. But glyphs are great for your characters to raise their stats. As you can see here, with just from the glyphs that I have on her belt. Sorry, I clicked off of that. She's getting an additional 4,300 health, 399 damage, 222 armor, an additional 384 focus, additional 36 resistance. Not to mention all these other stats from the secondaries on these glyphs. So each of these glyphs have a primary stat and a list of 4 secondary stats. Now, yes, the secondary stats matter, but when you are first planning out, I would just go with the primary stat, which is going to help you in the beginning. I know I'm throwing a lot at you right at the beginning, but again, I just want to get you guys prepped for your journey to level 60. And if there's any specific things you guys want me to talk about in a more condensed version of specific areas, let me know in the comments below, or hit me up on Discord and I can do that and we can talk about that. The supply store is very clutch. You're going to find a lot of great things here. Now, obviously, you do not want to spend gems for characters. It is a waste of gems. Yes, Great Goblin currently has always been here in the gem store at 150 gems, and he is needed for that Goblin team to unlock Thorn. We are hoping with the next update he will be moved out of here, but if not, you could always use another character who is called Urdurs. He is not, I don't think he is on a node currently right now. Yeah, no, he's not on a node currently right now. So another update, he will go to the premium store. And then that's what I forgot to mention before. Introducing new characters in this game. They roll out marquee events. Now, usually we get 3 marquees a month. We haven't gotten anything for the month of January. We know there's a whole upheaval. Let's not talk about that right now. But usually you'll get a marquee. You'll find them in your adventures here. And it's essentially going to give you that new shiny character at a 3-star just for learning about the character. In other words, you're going to go into that marquee event and you're going to learn all of their moves, and by completing each of these tiers, learning about the character, it's going to give you a free unlock at 3 stars. If you want to get them to a 4-star, they offer it at a $20 offer. That'll get you that additional 4th star, and from there, you're going to have to spend gems if you want to go any higher. This is where we start talking about opening up your wallet for a character. You can use your gems for a chance at winning. It's a 0.01% chance that you'll get 810 shards. Usually you get between 12 and 20 shards per 1,000 gems. It's not really a great return on your investment. The Gardener's Journey here, you have to use the Road to Rivendell team. It's going to unlock Sam Ganges for you. These are your challenges. Now, when you're going through, that's why I told you to those specific characters like the Goblins and everything else. Obviously, you're going to use them to unlock all of these. You're going to need specific things like the Lost Artifacts. You need a tank and healer. Battle experience. You need a Shadow Side team. Doesn't matter which one. You only need really specifics for this one, which is Wondrous Abilities. Which is it? This one. Forged in the Deep. You need either human or goblins. And trust me, this one is hard. It took me forever to get that tier 6 on this one. And also on the Dark Relics, you need either orcs or elves. Again, this one's is actually pretty easy, especially if you're leveling those elves to unlock Elrond. This is going to be really easy for you. So, where do we go? Marquees. We talked about them. We talked about other characters you want to get in the game. I know I'm throwing a lot at you. The supply store. Again, don't buy characters here. If you have the gold, this is a good way of stocking up. On blue gear pieces, I try to keep a stack of around anywhere from 25 to 50. Obviously, I'm using them a lot, but I try to keep them around that On the purples, I try to keep around 50. That's going to be for your gear 9, gear 10. You're not going to have to worry about that for some time, so don't worry about that. What else here? Always buy the greens. They're very cheap, and it'll just update your stockpile. Also, the glyphs here, do not sweep on these glyphs. You can get some really good glyphs just from the supply store itself. Because it takes 5,000 gold to reveal the stats on if you're farming these glyphs. Now, these glyphs are going to be on specific nodes for your gear pieces, which, when you spend the energy, you're going to get a bunch of glyphs. That's going to help out, again, that's going to help out your characters, but it's a great deal right here. You're going to get 2 at level 5, so you don't have to put the gold into it to level these. You're going to get it for 4,600 gold. And then you can just click on them and see exactly what you want. So armor piercer, damage, that's a fantastic glyph. We have damage, speed, crit chance, and focus. This is actually going to be really good for one of my Haradrim characters once we level it up. All right. Like I said, we're going to talk about specific glyphs in another video. Look it up. So I think that's going to cover just about everything. Oh, let's go through the other things. This is your premium weekly supply store. This refreshes every 6 days. Every month it changes, so there'll be new characters in here. A lot of the stuff you can buy with gems. I always recommend down here using your guild currency to buy your rare ability mats, and if you need them, your uncommons. This is your guild shop. Characters to look for in here. Wabute is a fantastic tank for the shadow side. You're definitely going to want him. He's a great farm. If you are into dwarfs, Bifur is a good farm. Boromir, he's part of that Gondor squad. I don't use them. Some people do. I get mixed reviews about them in the raids. They don't do fantastically well. But yeah. So this would probably be my first buy here is Wabute. And then after Wabute, you can either go Bifur, Boromir, Miri. If you want to use Rangers, Miri's your way to go. Again, I'm doing Wabute, and I'm farming Bifur currently right now. On your challenge store, it sucks. The challenge store, I'm just going to let you know right off the bat, the challenge store sucks. We do not have a good amount of way to get currency for this. The only way to get challenge currency right now is from your weekly adventures. It's going to be, I think, 3 times a week. You can get 1,800 coins. Hopefully they're going to revamp this soon. We'll be able to get more currency so you can get these currently. Because right now, I have Tabeb at star level 5. For me to get her to 7, it'll probably take me about a year. That's how bad this sucks. But out of these guys, Tabeb she's okay. She'd be for that shadow healing for that Haradrim team to tie them all together. She's got a great passive here, which links all of their abilities together, all their passives, so that they all share passives. Halbarad is actually a really good mix of... He's a utility tank. Yes, he's a tank, but he has a phenomenal heal on him as well. I use him in the raids sparingly on certain chapters. Your arena shop, again, first one, you're going to want to get Éomer. He's your first farm. Legolas being your second one. Now, you can also get Goblins here for your Goblin farm as well. If you're just looking to unlock the legendaries right off the bat, I would say get Éomer up, and then get Legolas to 5, and then get Goblins to 5 stars as well. And then you can continue on with either one of these. Éomer, you should really be farming until he's star level 7. This is your raid shop. I don't buy anything in here. It's so hard. You can't really get the mithril currency until much, much further in the game. We're not even getting currency with my guild right now. At least I haven't touched the scores in the personal track for me to actually earn this. I know several have that are in my guild. What I usually spend my guild currency on is my crystals when I'm running low. And sometimes I will spend it on, let's see down here, my essences. I try to keep all my essences at least 60 because you need these to level your characters. You're going to need them for every single character. Other than that, I really don't spend much in here. And you don't have to worry about the shard store. The shard store doesn't really come into effect until after you've leveled a character past 7 stars. Once you get shards, after that, each shard will convert over into a currency for you to purchase these. And as you can see, they are astronomically priced. So until you have a bunch of characters at level 7, star level 7, don't even worry about this. You can just bypass this shop altogether. So I hope this scratches the surface. Obviously, I am all over the map here, but I hope this kind of gives you an overall feel for the game to progress further, to get you those first few steps into a position of where you can do better on your roster. Obviously, that did not make any sense, but that's okay. It's late. So, thank you for watching the video, especially if you made it this far. If you like my content, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, do all that great stuff. I plan on having updated videos here almost every day. I'm trying to make content every day, but depends with the family and work and everything else. But until I talk to you guys again, have a great week, have a great weekend, adventure safe, and good luck to you and your fellowship.